Determinants. Now, in matrices, we have learned that from domain I and Z, say for example in two-dimensional domain, if we do the using matrix, say 2 1 minus 1 3, then we get unit vectors in the domain transform to 2 1, this is I dash, and minus 1 3. Z dash. Okay, and we were playing with actually determinant of this matrix A when studying matrices, and we were really interested in finding out whether determinant of A is equal to 0 or not. Okay, so let us find out what is the determinant of this matrix. Determinant 2 1 minus 1 3 is in the and x. So determinant is a number. Determinant happens to be a number. And now, what is the geometric significance of this number? Is the area of I and J is 1 unit. What is the area of I dash and Z dash? Unfortunately, it looks like rectangle, but it is not. This is 2 comma 1. This is minus 3 comma, sorry, minus 1 comma 3. Then will we be able to calculate the area of this parallelogram? What will be this? This is 1 comma 4. And you will realize that the area of this parallelogram is 7. बरोबर है? So the geometric interpretation of determinant is corresponding area in case of two-dimensional space, corresponding volume in case of three-dimensional space. That is the numerically, that is the answer that we are getting. Okay. And let us just verify the one property which might be useful to you in case of matrices also. Now we have found out the determinant of this matrix 2 1 minus 1 3. Let us multiply. This is our matrix A. Say for example, this is matrix A. Let us take matrix B. 1 2 minus 2 4. Let us find out AB. 2 minus 2 0, minus 4 minus 4 minus 8, 1 6 7, minus 2 12 10. This is our AB. I'm just making some observations. We will prove it eventually, but right now it's only observation. So A into B matrix multiplication is performed. Now determinant of A is equal to 7. Determinant of B is 4 plus 4, 8. And determinant of AB happens to be 0 into 0 minus 56. So I'm not proving, I am just observing. Determinant of AB is equal to determinant of A into determinant of B. This is one observation which we should have done in matrices only, but now having started discussion on determinants, this is the first observation, and you can play with different matrices, multiply them and try to find out the result of two multiplication, and you will find that determinant of a product is product of determinants. It works. Okay, so is this coming 7 here? I think so. The area will be 7, and therefore the number associated with the geometry created by the vectors which are being given to you is determinant. अरे कॅमेरा माझं डोकं सटकलं तर काढून टाकेन मीटिंग मधनं.
सर मी मोबाईल डेटावर जॉईन झालोय त्यामुळे व्हिडिओ ऑफ ठेवतो.
बाकीच्यांचं काय? राजवर्धन, अनन्या, ऋषिकेश, नयन, शिवा. I just want to see whether you have understood. I open that window and I see videos off, which is not good. You might be a great student by now in 12th standard, but you have to follow the discipline. Okay. Is it clear up to this point? Now let us begin our discussion with what do we really mean by determinants and what are the properties of determinants and why do we require them. Sure. As I have already mentioned, that determinants has to do something with area, something with volume. So consider two coterminal vectors. A comma B, and let us denote A of A comma B. That means area of whatever parallel. Now we will do it first for 2D, 2 vectors, then we can extrapolate that to 3 vectors, 4 vectors, etc. So A of A comma B is area of parallelogram formed by A comma B is denoted by A comma B. Okay, so this is going to be some number. A comma B is a number, and I mean, of course, it has got the orientation. First A followed by B. The order is important. Then, can we say something about A comma a real number multiple of A, scalar multiple of A comma B? Can we say something about it? A and B are two vectors, and AB, A comma B is the area of this parallelogram. That is what this notation is. Now we let us say this is A and this is B. Now what we are trying to do is we are trying to either stretch or compress A by scalar H. Suppose we double it. And then complete the parallelogram. Then of course the area will be doubled. So it is going to be H times A comma B. True. right? Second, area of A comma K times B, it is one and the same. Whether you stretch or compress first vector or the second does not matter. Third, suppose now I do this way. Instead of A, I have two vectors, which is A becomes A1 plus A2, and the second vector is B. Am I allowed to write is equal to area of A1 B plus area of A2 B? I mean, you are supposed to have a comma in between everywhere. Question mark. If it is a question mark, we should go to geometry and take help. Vector A1, vector A2, vector A1 plus A2. And vector B. Then we are looking for LHS is this, and RHS is this plus this. How are you going to calculate it? Will it work? Do you think will it work? Of course it will work. What is your... Okay, property number 3 will work. Similarly, property number 4 also will work. Then fifth property, area of A comma A. Of course, it is only one vector, therefore area is going to be 0. Area of parallelogram formed by A and A, coterminal, 0. So sixth is area of A plus B comma A plus B. We know it is 0. But then using previous property, we can say area of A comma A plus area of A comma B plus area of B comma A plus area of B comma B. Good. Therefore, this is 0, 0. So area of A comma B and area of B comma A added together becomes 0. Therefore, we can conclude area of A comma B is opposite of area of B comma A. So if you flip the order of the vectors, area gets sign change. That is what we have learned from this. Okay. So now let us get into the details. Instead of handling the general vectors AB, let us handle AB with base I. So A is equal to A1I. Oh, maybe before that, area of our vector I comma j, where they are standard unit vectors, mutually perpendicular. So this is going to be 1 area of I into j. I mean I and j is 1, j and k will be 1, k and I will be 1, and so on. 8. That is your unit of measure. Because you want to measure the area numerically now, you need to have unit of measure. and you created it by using two mutually perpendicular vectors I and j in two-dimensional space. And now with respect to this unit of measure, we are going to measure area of A comma B, where A is equal to A1I plus A2J, and B is equal to B1I plus B2J. Is it okay? So let us perform this and see what we get. This is equal to area of A1I plus A2J, comma B1I plus B2J. By the earlier property number 6, or maybe property number 3 and 4 put together, we will come to know that area of A1I comma B1I plus area of A1I comma B2J plus area of A2I comma B1J and plus area of A2I comma B2J. ठीक है? So to make the story short, this is I0 plus IJ1, coefficients will come out, A1, A2, sorry, A1, B2, this is I comma J. बरोबर आहे, चुकलं ना काहीतरी, मी माझी पानं उडाली तेवढ्यात मी काहीतरी मिस्टेक केलेली आहे इथे, आणि तुम्ही शांतपणे ते बघताय कसं सहज चुकणार आहेत आणि नंतर बरोबर करणार आहेत. A2J comma B1I आणि A2J comma B2J. ठीक आहे. So A1 B2 झाला. आता इथे A2 B1JI, so it is minus, this is minus A2 B1 plus 0. That is what it is. That is what is our determinant. A1 B2 minus A2 B1 is the area formed by the parallelogram with coterminal vectors A comma B. लिहून घ्या. Okay, having studied that it's an area of two coterminal vectors, eventually we got this formula, but we have got this formula without representing those vectors in determinant fashion. So if we write them in determinant fashion like this, A1 A2 B1 B2, either column vectors, or you may write them as row vectors A1 A2 comma B1 B2, the answer is going to be same. So matrices are not same if you change column to row and row to column, but determinants are same. So you can, that is the first property of determinant. Determinant of A and determinant of A trans is same. Maybe we can write it as first property. Determinant of A is exactly equal to determinant of A transpose. Correct. Because eventually it is going to be a number. Number two, second property which we are required to use, and why we are developing these properties is because if you end up getting a very complicated determinant, by using these properties that we are trying to set now, we should be able to transform that determinant into a very simple determinant, which is going to be easy to evaluate. It is now, what is the game that we are playing? We are playing the game of evaluating the determinant. We are playing the game of finding out area if it is 2 by 2 determinant, volume if it is 3 by 3, and so on for n by n. That is what is in our mind, because by learning the matrices, we came to know that finding determinants of those matrices is important. They help us to predict the nature of the solution set, the dimension of the solution set, rank, etc. Therefore, we will have to find out efficient methods for evaluating the determinants of the matrices. And therefore, we are trying to develop properties, we are trying to develop tricks by which we will be able to do this very efficiently. Second property, if you change one row, I mean, we have only two right now, so let me do it like this. Maybe in this, if I write B1, B2 followed by A1, A2, we flip the rows. If you flip the rows, then the sign changes. That is in, now if you do it again, I mean, if it is 3 by 3, say for example like this, A1, A2, A3, B1, B2 with B1, B2, B, and C1, C2, C3. And if you do it 2 times, per flip of row or column, it will change a sign. So B1, B2, B3, A1 goes here, and now again you do a flip saying that C1, C2, C3 comes here, and A1, A2, A3 goes in the third place. So you need to count how many column flips that you have performed. Column B goes to first, and then column C1 goes to second place, C goes to second place, that is second flip. Therefore, these two guys are equal. Simple. So one sign change per flip of either row or column. Property number 3. If two rows are same, that is area of A comma A is 0. If two rows or columns are same, determinant equals 0. And we want it to be singular. If we look at it from matrix point of view, if two columns are same, that means there is one free variable available. The dimension of solution set has reduced by 1. So free variable is available, and that is why that it is not a full rank. It is rank little less rank. Therefore, it has to be, determinant has to be 0. I mean, from that point of view. But why is this true here? Because area of AA is 0. Property number 4. If you multiply one row or one column by k, by constant k, then determinant gets multiplied by k. By k. Now this is little different than the matrix. Understand this very well. If I say k times A1, A2, B1, B2, it means K1, K2, B1, B2, or it may mean A1, A2, KB1, KB2. I mean, I can write two more. K times A1, K times B1, A2, B2 row. You understand that? But then when I say K times determinant, K times matrix, when I say K times matrix A1, B1, A2, B2, this is equal to Ka1, Kb1, Ka2, Kb2. This is very important difference that you are required to remember, because if you get confused. So if I really get the determinant of this matrix, it is going to be determinant of this matrix. Let us call this matrix A. So K times matrix A is, and if I want determinant of that, then it will be K square times determinant of A in this case. However, this is K times determinant of A. I mean, I'm trying to make it clear. Hope you understand. This is a very important information that you must have. Okay. Another property is, if you multiply 5, if you multiply one row or one column by non-zero constant, and let me put it in proper words. This constituents. Okay, I mean, okay, we need not have to write down that. We will use it. And moreover, for keeping the two systems equivalent, we already know the row reduction of matrices. The row reduction of matrices, and two systems are equivalent. We kept two systems equivalent by changing the numbers in that matrix. Solution set was the same. Those transformations are also something similar to what we are doing here. But as far as determinants are concerned, you need to, whether the property is true or false, you need to go back to basics like what we did in the beginning and cross check whether the property that you are using is you the same value of determinant or it is going to change. So these are the first 8 things that we have decided or what we have understood while setting up of the meaning of determinant. Need to be cross-checked if you are really trying to find out the value of determinant. Okay, so this is what is the theory of determinants. Now there will be many tricks by which we will be able to evaluate the determinants, and those tricks can be learned only by taking examples. So let me write down the first problem. It is not going to be very easy, but not very difficult. So problem number 1. Show that determinant a square bc ac plus c square, a square plus ab, b square ca, ab, b square plus bc, c square. Value of this determinant. I mean, you can imagine if you really try to expand using a first row, it is going to be such a messy and long calculations, but the value of determinant, let me give it to you because it is a first problem. 4a square b square c square. Not that you will not get the answer, but then we will have to learn some efficient methods by which you can reduce it. At least you get two zeros in one column or one row, so that it is easy to expand and simplify. Okay, one more property let us list over there. Suppose fifth property, suppose we keep a1 b1 same and we write second row as a1 a2 a1 plus a2 comma b1 plus b2. We just add first row to second. This is our first determinant A. Now we do just add first row to second. Let us check how much is this determinant. A1 B1 plus A2 B2 minus A1 B1 minus A2 B1. A1 B1 plus A1 B2 A1 B1 plus A1 B2 minus A1 B1 minus A2 B1. So we end up getting exactly same answer, A1 B2 minus A2 B1. So it does not matter if you keep one row or one column same, and if you add two rows or two columns, we don't have any problem. Now yet another property, let us A1 B1 A2 B2, we multiply first row, we take minus 1 common out from the first row and add it to second. Okay, so A1 B1 and A2 minus A1 B2 minus B1. Do you understand what we have done? We have multiplied the first row by some constant and then added it to second, but then that constant is also compensated by the corresponding reciprocal or whatever you say in the outside the determinant. Let us see what is this answer. Minus 1 times A1 B2 minus A1 B1 minus A2 B1 minus A2 B1 plus A1 B1. This gets cancelled, and what you end up getting if you give this minus sign, काय झालं, बरोबर आलं का? हा, तर आता इथे माझं चुकलं. This minus 1 need not be there. Still you can multiply any row by a non-zero constant and add it to second. Still the determinant continues to remain the same. This is A1 B2 minus A2, which is same as this. Okay, so these are important properties. These are the properties that I am telling you now. Fifth and sixth, you can multiply any of the rows by some constant and add it to second. The determinant does not change. Okay. Okay. So solve this problem. Show that problem number 1. Now, if you observe this determinant, you will find that A is common between the first column, B is common between the second column, and C is common in the third column. Therefore, we can directly take all three of them out, saying that A plus A, B, C, A plus B, B, C, B, B plus C, and what are we taking common? Correct. इथे C घेतोय त्यामुळे A plus C, A, C. ठीक है. Now you will observe that summation of these two columns, if you do, and then in the next step, if you subtract the third column, it will, the first entry will become 0. Hello. हो बोला. हो. हाँ बोला. हो. हाँ. हो. ऑलरेडी आम्ही मुलांना सांगतोच आहे म्हणजे नेहमीसारखं. हो. 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 चालेल चालेल. हां. बरं बरं. बरं बरं. चालेल चालेल. मॅडम मी माझं लेक्चर चालू आहे, मी नंतर बोलू तुमच्याशी. चालेल चालेल. नो प्रॉब्लेम. आपलं नाव काय? ठीक आहे. मी नाव सेव्ह करून टाकतो. संध्याकाळी केलं तर जास्त बेटर, 4:30-5च्या आसपास. चालेल. हा, या स्टेप्स कळल्या. I have added second column to first to get me the first column. I mean, you need to write down what you are doing. C1 is equal to C1 plus C2. That is what is this. Okay, then this is C1 is equal to C1 minus C3. That is what is this determinant. Now you have this common, so you can take out 2B common, 2B into ABC, or you can subtract. I mean, instead of doing that, you subtract, then you end up getting 2 zeros, and 2 zeros is always a good condition. So 0 C A plus, you can say this is 0. That means you are subtracting third row from second. Third row from second. So this is minus C, and this is A minus C. You cannot simultaneously change all the rows or all the columns. That you have to follow. And outside you have ABC. Okay, from here you go here, and from there now it is easy. This is A31, therefore sign is going to be positive. Cofactor, the rule for cofactor that we have decided, this is A31, so positive into 2B times AC minus C square plus AC plus C square, and already ABC are waiting out, which is equal to this C square gets cancelled. You get AC plus AC, that is 2AC, 4 ABC square. I mean, you can take whatever convenient route which is convenient to you, but eventually the calculations and rules for the determinant must be followed. and you will get the final answer. Okay, next. A minus B minus C to A to B, B minus C minus A to B to C to C, C minus A minus equal to. Now, should I give it to you? RHS. Yeah, one more problem. A plus B plus C bracket Q. Let me put the property of multiplying any row or any column by a constant, non-zero constant, and adding it to other at some level here only, maybe 6.5 or something like that, and just prove it. 6.5. Area of A comma B is given to us. Now let us cross check area of A comma KB, KA plus B. We have added, multiplied A, vector A by K and added it to B. Then what we will get is area of A comma K plus area of बरोबर, which is K times area of A comma A plus area of A comma B, and this is 0 plus area of A comma B. So this and this is equal. So we have got permission to multiply any column by non-zero scalar and add it to the other. Still the determinant does not change. Okay, that is the regularization we have done. Now as far as this matrix is concerned, it is relatively again easy matrix. What we have to do is, if you look at the three rows, then R1 is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. If we do, then instead of writing equal to, you may put arrow. R1 is R1 plus R2 plus R3. Okay. So we get A plus B plus C. Again, A plus B plus C, A plus B plus C. Remaining two rows, you are supposed to keep them same. Okay, and hence you can take out A plus B plus C common, and the matrix will become 1, 1, 1 to B, B minus C minus A, to B, to C, to C, C minus A minus B. Okay, now you can create two zeros over here. So this is equal to A plus B plus C. You can have first column as it is. Subtract first column from the second. Okay, 0. This will be minus A plus B plus C, 0. Subtract first column from the third. 0, 0, minus of A plus B plus C. Now you have three zeros like this, up lower triangular matrix you have got, and therefore product of diagonal is going to be the determinant, which is 1 into these two, minus sign will get cancelled, you get a plus b plus c bracket q. Problem number 3. Prove that, or maybe I will now say find or simplify b plus c bracket square a square b square c plus a bracket square b square c square c square a plus b bracket square. Okay, observe these transformations. C1 goes to C1 minus C3, C2 goes to C2 minus C3, we get this, then a plus b plus c bracket square comes out common, we end up getting this determinant. Now to simplify, I mean we are supposed to get two zeros at proper positions. These two zeros will not reduce our calculations. Therefore what we are trying to do is, we have got R3 also nicely placed, 2 taken out common. Now we want to make this entry 0 and maybe this entry 0. इथे काय होता, हे होता, बरं ठीक आहे. सो 2a plus b plus c bracket square determinant, what we will do now is, we divide the column 3 by a and add it to 1. So column 1 is column 1 plus column 3 by a, and column 2 is column 2 plus column 3 by b. ठीक है, the column 3 by a is to be added, so it becomes b plus c. This is b square by a is to be added over here, so b square by a, and this is b is to be added here, so it is 0. Second, divide by b and add, so it is a square by b, divide by b and add, it is c plus a, divide by b and add, this is 0, a square b square ab. Okay, now it is doable using this entry. This is 3 by 3, so we already have 2 into a plus b plus c bracket square with us. Now we are supposed to solve it. So this is equal to 2 into a plus b plus c bracket square into, inside bracket, ab inside bracket b plus c into c plus a minus b square a square upon ab, so ab. Okay, this is 2 into a plus b plus c bracket square inside bracket ab multiplied by bc plus ba plus c square plus ac minus ab. So ab gets cancelled, you get ab square c. Now you can take out c common, so ab inside bracket abc inside bracket b plus c plus a, that makes it 2 times abc into a plus b plus c bracket cube. This is one way of doing it. Okay, I hope you have understood this. Now let me show you one more trick here, but it is not going to completely solve your problem. It will help you to identify the answer. The trick is, suppose if you expand the given determinant, what will be the degree of this polynomial? It will be polynomial in a comma b comma c whose degree is 4, highest power is 4. नहीं किती है 6 degree is 6. All the three diagonals, if you multiply, the terms will have highest power total 6. So this is a 6th degree polynomial. This is a 6th degree polynomial in ABC. Okay. So we can do some direct substitutions. This is, suppose we put a is equal to 0. Put a is equal to 0. Then what we will get? See, this is 0. This entry will be 0. This entry will be c square. This entry will be 0. This entry will be b square. So it is much easier to handle. The moment you take out c square and b square common, you will realize that two columns are same, and therefore if p of a is 0, what I am trying to tell you is p of a is equal to 0. Therefore this determinant has a as a factor. If a has a factor and it is so symmetric determinant, then b also has a factor. B is also a factor and c is also a factor. Now, if I know the answer, I can always guess. Put a plus b is equal to opposite of c. Then you get this as c square, c square, c square. Last one. Okay. And it will again reduce your substantial calculations, and you will end up getting the determinant equal to 0. Let us see if we substitute this. A plus b is equal to opposite of c by doing some transformations. A plus b. So if I add, if I subtract row 2 from row 1, I will get b plus c bracket square minus b square, a square minus c plus a bracket square, and then I am getting here a plus b, a minus b. Okay. Second row I keep it as it is, b square, c plus a bracket square and b square. And the third row I am making c square, a plus b bracket square. Now if I substitute this, what will I get? If I substitute a plus b is opposite of c, this becomes c square. This becomes opposite of c. Okay. Is it giving me some advantage? Now,
You can put b plus c is minus a, c plus a is minus b.
Simultaneously all three केलं तर होणारच आहे ते. पण
equal to minus c वरनं b plus c is minus a येतं ना.
हो, तिन्ही येणार. त्यामुळे हे सगळे 0 0 0 होणार इव्हेंच्युअली, बट यू विल बी एबल टू पुल ओनली वन फॅक्टर a plus b plus c in that case. I am deliberately avoiding that so that only a plus b is equal to minus c is giving me as one factor. Then there are two more factors like this power 3. That is what I was trying. So by just doing a plus b is equal to opposite of c, if I get 0, then this is one of the factors, a plus b plus c. If you do b plus c is equal to opposite of a and do it again, you get one more, something like that. So one way to really factor out the terms in the determinant is to use factor theorem. That is what I am trying to tell you right now. Many times it will give you all factors, but presently pulling out this factor 3 times will require some efforts. However, A, B, C you have already got. A is equal to, the moment we put A is equal to 0, this becomes 0, and so on. However, your efforts, if it is not doable by substitution or by row addition, subtraction, etc., your efforts should be to get two zeros adjacent to each other. These two zeros will not reduce your work. These two zeros will reduce your work. Okay, so that is what is the learning value. Problem number 4. If A, B, C are triangle, find -1 cos C cos B cos C -1 cos A cos B cos A -1 is equal to. Multiply column 1 by A, column B, 2 by B, and column 3 by C, and add B and second and third column to column 1. You will get, by projection rule, you will get all the 3 entries 0. Remaining 2 columns stay as it is, and therefore the determinant is 0. And then if you really expand this determinant, you will get this identity, cos square A plus cos square B plus cos square C plus 2 cos A cos B cos C is equal to 1. Next, if omega is one of the imaginary roots of unity, factorize. And hence evaluate delta. Multiply row number 2 by omega. ठीक है. So delta becomes first row A plus B omega plus C omega square, and I am supposed to divide by omega into omega square, which is 1. Second row, second entry, B plus C omega, A omega square, C plus A omega plus B omega square. Remaining entry is same. Okay. Now we multiply the first, I mean I have to take out common, so I will make the first entry of column 2 and first entry of column 3 look like A plus B omega plus C omega square. So what should I do? I multiply the column 2 by omega, C2 omega, and C3 omega square. So I get, again outside there is no change, it is one and the same. AB plus B omega plus C omega square, A plus B omega plus C omega square, A plus B omega plus C omega square. That is what your first row, B C A C A B, that gives you one first factor, which is A plus B omega plus C omega square into 1 1 1 B C A C A B. Okay. Now, I mean, before multiplying omega, if you just add the 3 rows, you get A plus B plus C as a factor. If you add 3 rows, you get A plus B plus C as a factor. So there is one more factor. What you can do now from here, you can actually, if you want to go ahead with this, then you can simplify further. A plus B omega plus C omega square, and you can multiply them directly, or you can make them 0 and then multiply, or what you can do is add columns. Can I take out A plus B plus C common now here? A plus B plus C, A plus B plus C. Okay, as far as factorization is concerned, I think you can cross multiply this now and get the answer. Or if you would have done the first place, what is this determinant D? Delta. Delta is minus of A cube plus B cube plus C cube minus 3ABC. That is what it is anyway. But okay, the purpose up to this is to find out first factor, which is this. Okay, and we need not have to expand this. We go back to original determinant. Delta is equal to A B C B C A C A B, and we realize that there exists a factor A plus B plus C. So we have collected 2 factors. Now we can take again the first one and flip multiplication. That means multiply row 2 by row 2 omega square and row 3 by row 3 omega, which will give you A, B, C, and add them and add. R1 is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. In that case, what you will get is A plus B omega square plus C omega, B plus C omega square plus A omega, and C plus A omega square plus B omega. Remaining entries as it is. B, C, A, C, A, B. Okay. Now, if you want to make this column look, hey, here, I don't know what you guys are doing here, is when I take out this common 1, 1, 1, then second column is supposed to be omega here, third column is supposed to be omega square here. Okay, and in that case, if you would have expanded this, you could have got remaining two factors. But anyway, you go back to original determinant, you get another factor. You go back to another determinant, you get yet another factor. So now what I am trying to do is I am trying to get the third factor, which is A plus B omega square plus C omega, A plus B omega square plus C omega, A plus B omega square plus C omega, and I am multiplying column by 1, column 2 by omega square, and column 3 by omega. Okay, and hence I can pull A plus B omega square plus C omega as a common, and then I am left with 1 BC, 1 C omega square, A omega square, 1 A omega, B omega as a factor. So we ended up getting 3. Degree of the given delta, degree equal to 3, and we already got 3 factors: A plus B plus C, A plus omega B plus omega square C, A plus omega square B plus omega C. And then now only thing which is required is to find out the constant multiple K, so that this is equal to delta. And for that, what you can do is you put A is equal to 1, B is equal to 0, C is equal to 0. So you will get a very simple determinant: 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0. If you substitute these, then we will get the constant very quickly. What will be the delta value if we substitute this over here? 1 is equal 1 into 1 into 1, so delta is equal to K. That is what we will get after substituting. And once we expand this, 1 into 0 plus 1, that is 1, 1 into 0 minus 1. Delta becomes minus 1, which is equal to minus 1, and hence K is equal to minus 1. Therefore, factorization of this determinant is this, with K is equal to minus 1 here. Okay, that is what is the story of this determinant. Questions? Understood everything? तुम्ही इथून पण खरे पुढचे 2 फॅक्टर काढू शकला असतात याच्यातून, पण वेगळ्या प्रकारे. नेक्स्ट प्रॉब्लेम, लास्ट प्रॉब्लेम, टुडेज लास्ट प्रॉब्लेम. For fixed integer, problem 6. N if delta is equal to n factorial n plus 1 factorial n plus 2 factorial n plus 1 factorial n plus 2 factorial n plus 3 factorial n plus 2 factorial n plus 3 factorial n plus 4 factorial, then show that delta upon n factorial raised to 3 minus 4 is divisible by n. N factorial common from every row upon n factorial raised to 3 is equal to 1 n plus 1 n plus 1 n plus 2 n plus 1 n plus 1 n plus 2 n plus 1 n plus 2 n plus 1 n plus 2 n plus 3 n plus 1 n plus 2 n plus 3 and n plus 1 n plus 2 n plus 3 n plus 4. This is what will be the determinant which is left with us. Now if this fellow has to be divisible by n, this polynomial in n, if we expand this determinant, it is polynomial in n, and you can find out the degree 0, 2 and 4, 6 degree polynomial in n. Okay, and if it is to be, if delta upon n factorial raised to 3 minus 4 is to be divisible by n, then the constant term in the expansion of this determinant should be 4. Constant term in expansion of this delta should be equal to 4, so that if you take that constant term to LHS, then you have n raised to 6, something into n raised to 6, plus all the last will be something into n, which is divisible by n. Okay, so we have to find out what is the constant term in this particular determinant, and this is a polynomial in n, and we want to find out constant term. Therefore put n is equal to 0. That will give us the constant term. Therefore our determinant becomes 1 1 2 1 2 6 2 6 24, and therefore this is going to give us the constant term 1 multiplied by 24 minus 1 multiplied by 24 वजा 12 अधिक 2 multiplied by 6 वजा 4 2 48 बरोबर चाललंय. अरे 48 कसं नसतं, 48 वजा 36 वजा 1 गुणिले 12, 24 वजा 12 अधिक 2 गुणिले 2, हाँ हे किती झाले 12 minus 12 4. Okay, so these are some tricks that we have learned. We will have few more tricks to learn in determinant and keep practicing. I mean, we have to get control over solving determinant by solving many determinants.